Hey everybody, we're doing a fun little video today that's going to be a deep dive into our gaming history. So, beautiful. This is sort of like, for anyone who's ever kind of wondered or asked before, this will be sort of a nice little callback video. It's like, what is our lore? What is the history, the lore of our personal gaming journey or what have you? And I think... like just to kick it off or whatever, my first gaming memory. So my first gaming memory is seeing an Atari 2600 Space Invaders at.
God damn, you old.
I know, right? At Grunkle Stan. So I had a Grunkle Stan, and the history of that was that like Grunkle Stan. Him and his wife had like an interesting history because this is how old I am, because Grunkle Stan fought in the war. But when I mean the war, I don't mean the Persian Gulf, and I don't mean the Vietnam. I don't even mean the Korean. I mean World War II. So when Grunkle Stan got back after serving in World War II, and when he got married, him and his wife had kind of not unusual, but like they both went into a career, which was a little unusual for the 50s. And Grunkle Stan and his wife both had really successful careers. And according to other people in my family, like Grunkle Stan, because him and his wife both had really successful careers and they made pretty good money, they kind of like to show off. As some people say, like to spend. So he would buy all the latest technology stuff. So that guy probably had an 8-track player or something. But like, he had stereo sound systems and stuff in the 80s and in the 70s, and he had an Atari 2600, and it was in a den. So he lived kind of up in the hills, surrounded by like woods and pine trees. Yeah, my Grunkle Stan lived in the woods. And he had a den with like shag carpeting, and like the stereo and sound system. And the first memory I have was seeing Space Invaders and being like, what is this? Just dots moving on the screen, but you controlled them. And I was just enamored with it. And then later we went back not too long after, and he had an NES with Super Mario Brothers and stuff. But I remember the very first one was just, oh my, like, the Space Invaders, the moving, that and Pong. And that was just sort of like my first gaming exposure and experience. Grunkle Stan's cabin, not really his cabin, it was his house with like, the den. And yeah.
His mystery shack.
His mystery shack. Like, what is this thing? This moving dots. So yeah, that was my first memory. And the thing is, I actually have proof of this, because in kindergarten, at the end of the year, they had, all throughout the first year like I was in kindergarten for how many years? But throughout the year of kindergarten, they had this thing you made called the All About Me book, and at the end of the year, your All About Me book was filled out. So at the end of the year, like, we wrote down ourselves, yes, kindergartners wrote down ourselves, these little question and answers, and one of them was like, who's your favorite, where's your favorite, I don't know, I don't think it was who was your favorite relative, because that seems kind of a weird thing to ask, but
I answer that.
but it was like, who's your favorite, like, who's your favorite relative, or whose favorite house do you like to go to, or something like that. And my parents were weirded out because I wrote Grunkle Stan's house. Well, I actually wrote Uncle Stan, but I was like, Grunkle Stan's house. Like, where's your favorite place to go? Grunkle Stan's. And my parents were like, Grunkle Stan? And I'm like, why? We hardly go over there. We go over there like maybe once a year. Like, but I'm like, but he had video games. And like they were like, uh-oh. My parents, that worried my mother greatly, because they're like, oh crap, like he barely been to Grunkle Stan's house, but when he has, he was in the den, he saw video games, and that made such an impact on him that like it only happened once or twice in his life, but he was already hooked and enamored. So it's like dun dun dun, like and that was
The
that
gateway to drugs.
right. It was just there was. Like right then and there, it was like from kindergarten, like completely, there was no coercion. There was no like kind of like, hey, your favorite holiday is Christmas, right? Or your favorite holiday is Easter because that's when Jesus rose from the dead, right? No, none of that. It was just Grunkle Stan. Grunkle Stan had video games. So that's my earliest gaming memory, and that was, and God bless you wherever you are. If there is an afterlife, Grunkle Stan, I hope you're watching and smiling, for sending me down this path. So it has brought a lot of great joy into my life, and mostly, I mean, most especially you, because technically, video games is how we met, in a sense. So I'm gonna hand it over to you. What's your earliest gaming memory?
I don't know. That's a tough one because I was always the one watching other people play video games instead of me like actually playing a video game. So I watched like my dad, my brothers, my uncle playing video games, and it would be like Zelda or something like that. But for me personally, the first time I ever played a video game was on a Game Gear. Yeah. So it was like, I think my uncle, because it was my uncle's, and he was young, he was in college, so he had like the money for it. But he had that, and he never played it. So I would sneak into his room, and he had it in the closet. So I would take it out and I would play it. It would be like Streets of Rage or Sonic or something like that. I wasn't very good at it, but I enjoyed it. I liked it because it was like very personable. Like you could just kind of like hide somewhere and just like play on your own and not be like a million eyes on you, judging you like my brothers would.
I don't know. I think it's so cool that game. That's like the Game Gear has like this early memory.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool little system.
Yeah, because it was the Game Gear for the longest time. I'm not really one to like play a lot of games. I was always just outside, touching grass. and yeah, like the next gaming console that I ever had, like ever bought for myself, was a 3DS. Like it was that long in between. So I don't know.
But you played saw other game systems.
Yeah, like the N64. My brothers played like a lot of that. I tried playing a little bit of like the Mario, and I was like, I'm not good at this. So I would just like watch them play it. And I was content just watching them, do their thing. So, yeah. Oh, PC gaming. My first PC game was Globetrotter, the nerdiest fucking game, because it was all about like history. Like you go around the globe and you answer questions of history, of art, like things like that. And yeah, I bought it from a Radio Shack. Yeah. Huh. That was my first PC game that I bought because I would watch my dad play Riddle of the Sphinx and like D and stuff like that, So yeah, that was my first PC game. First PC game, first console game, so I guess.
So this leads to the inevitable question: how did gaming bring us together? So how did gaming bring us together? Which I'll let you explain that story, and then we'll go into our early favoriteest gaming memory together. So how did gaming bring us together? Okay.
So, as you guys know, I am not much of a gamer. My older brother is. And, like, it would be like 3 a.m. because what was it? Like a couple years ago, I guess now. I used to live with my brothers. And my brother would be like up at like 3 a.m. laughing. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you laughing about? And he's like, oh, you gotta watch this YoVG. You gotta watch it. They're really funny. I'm like, no, it's not really my thing. Like I'm not into games like that, where like I watch people and they talk about, game development. Not my thing, really. And like for like a week, he's bugging me. You gotta watch it. And I'm like, all right, fine, fucking watch it. So he buys me food and he traps me in the living room and he's like, I'm gonna put it on YouTube. And I'm like, ah, shit. So
you like, hey, here's some free food.
Yeah, here's some free food. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, put it on. I need something to watch while I eat. And then he puts on it was Mario Party. I believe it was the second one because the second one's my favorite and it's the one I have the most memories with, like my family, because we play that all the time. So he turned that on and I was like, and he's like, introducing everybody, like, yeah, you already know Max because I watch his stuff, and then that's Steve, and I'm like, yeah, who's that guy? and he's like, he said the funniest thing. He said, oh, that's Simmons. He's a weeb and a pervert. And I was like, oh. So I was like, oh, okay. I don't know if I want to like be with a weeby guy, So like, and then I was like, all right, let me just try to get him out of my mind. But then I couldn't. And yeah, this is kind of where we are now.
It almost sunk before it got off the ground. But yeah, and I remember, you know, when, I mean, I don't know.
No, you can go ahead and say it.
I remember when she slid into my DMs and was asking about, because we do have a PO box for sending stuff, but we had obviously no weapons and a no food policy.
No, I'm gonna send him a weapon.
Yeah, and then she was like, "Okay, you said no food, but she heard me talking about my first trip to Japan and how I really like Boss coffee." Yeah. And she's like, "But it's canned, you know, it's in a can." And she's like, "Is it okay to send Boss coffee?" So that was and like now, for anyone out there who thinks all you got to do is slide into someone's DM, don't.
Because it didn't work for me. Hold on, because it didn't. Okay. So I chose to talk about Boss Coffee because I don't know anything about video games. I didn't want to lead him on and be like, yeah, I know everything about video games. We have so much in common, blah, blah, blah. No. I thought he was cute and I wanted just to talk to him some more and just to see like who he was as a person. So I was like, oh, let me get the conversation started with coffee. I like coffee. I drink coffee every day. That's something I know. That's something I'm comfortable talking about. So, you know, I asked him about that. And he's like, yeah, great. And then I never heard back from him. And it was like a while. And I was like, oh, maybe he doesn't want to like talk to me. So then it was like, I don't know, like it was the podcast, actually. The podcast was the reason why I decided to DM him again. Like this was like maybe 2 or 3 months. 2 or 3 months of like nothing coming back from him. You know? So I was like, okay, so, you know, I still thought he was cute. I really liked his voice and everything. So I decided to like be a Patreon on the podcast. Yeah. And you know how they have like Dude of the Week or whatever? I was Dude of the Week and I was like, oh my God, I still have that podcast. I have it saved. But I forgot what number podcast it was. But I was like, oh my God, maybe he does remember me. Maybe he does like kind of crush on me or something. I don't know. But I'm like the person I am. I'm like, if I like somebody, I'm just going to flat out like, you know, try my best to tell them like, hey, I like you. I want to talk more with you. I'm not like the shy one waiting, you know, and pining, hoping you're going to like talk to me again. Well, so I was like, okay, I'm going to DM him again.
Well, the thing is she did DM me again. So anyone who's used Twitch's DMs know that they don't actually always notify you at all.
Or so he says.
No, God's honest truth. So, you know, when the name came up and I was like, oh yeah, we should definitely do that. And I was like, and I was thinking, like, you know, so I was, we, you know, she was due to the week and I was like, yeah, let's put her due to the week. And then I think she DM'd me again, and then I looked at it, and I got the notification for like, it was 2 or 3 months had passed, and I see the other DM, and then I literally see a message before, 1 or 2 messages before when she DMs me back 2 or 3 months, from 2 or 3 months ago, that never notified me, and I was furious. I was so mad, because I was like, well, I sent her a message, and I guess that was it. Like, I thought, okay, I guess, you know, she just really wanted it. She was just like, I
just really wanted to send.
And then Boss Coffee, I'm like, oh, I guess that was just a nice gesture or something or whatever. And I was so like embarrassed / furious. I remember being like, seeing that and going like a little bit red and being like, oh my God. I'm like, because this has happened. Like there's literally, because people, and then sometimes at Twitch, not only does it not notify you, you actually have to go and type a person's name wholly into the Twitch DM and then click on their name, and then sometimes it'll bring up a chat history of them talking to you and you've never seen it. Like you've never been notified, you never even knew that it ever happened. It was just like that. And I was like, I'm furious. I was so mad about that.
It would even happen because we kept the conversation going through Twitch for a bit, and it would even like not notify me.
Yeah.
That you like responded, unless I have to physically go in there and look.
Yeah. I was like, oh man. So yeah, that was a frustrating ordeal for like the messages, the early messages back and forth, and then some of I guess favorite early gaming memories was we were playing on Game Pass because Nadia went out and got an Xbox Series S. She got Game Pass, and we were playing online because we lived on not complete opposite, but Chicago to LA, distance between us. So, but yeah, I had a lot of fun playing Perfect Dark. We went co-op campaign the whole way through, and it was just kind of fun. Kind of just like, hanging out, talking, just randomly shooting and killing dudes in Perfect Dark, co-op that whole campaign. And I really liked the first Perfect Dark and the campaign in that game, and it was just a lot of fun for me. So I remember thinking, wow, I had a really, really great time with this person. And I was like, man, I really hope this leads to something more. So...
Yeah, I remember the Perfect Dark. I remember because we had to like sneak in disguised as like a doctor or something.
Yeah.
And you picked up the outfit, and I thought it automatically, because we were playing together, I thought it would like automatically put an outfit on me too. And I walked in, and then and you're like, no, don't do it. I'm like, what? I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, apparently we both had to have the same outfit in order to be in disguise. Anyway, mine is when we played It Takes Two. Because I was like, a good way to see if, your significant other is going to be, nice to you and gentle with you when you do something wrong is to play co-op, right? So we played It Takes Two, and I'm telling him, I'm not the best at games. I don't play a lot of games. So, you're going to have to be, be patient with me. But no, he was great. He helped me a lot, and it was just like a really good experience as far as, having fun together. Because It Takes Two was fun because you had like little mini games where you can compete against each other. And I like that. I like competing against you. I like competition. So
Well, the funny thing was you were all worried. You're saying how I'm not good at video games. I don't play these games. I don't play platform. And I was like, she was completely fine because when we first started, I was like, okay, she tells me she's not a gamer. She tells me she doesn't play games. She's not good at them. So I'm thinking okay, this will be like when you would play games with like a younger relative, or you're like babysitting or something, and it's someone barely knows how to can't even move the control stick. So I'm thinking, okay, I've played with people who don't know how to hold a controller, and it'll be fine. She's completely fine. She's playing it like she's been playing games kind of semi-regularly her whole life. Like she's like not bad at all. She's actually good. And then we start doing the competition games, and she's really good at them, and she's winning some of them too. And there's even not even mini games, but just sequences in the game of sort of like a race, or get to an area, see who gets to an area first, and she would beat me, just naturally on her own. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, cool. She says she doesn't know how to game. She knows how to play video games. I was just thinking okay, she's lying a bit. She's saying she doesn't play any video games. She's never played them. She totally plays them all the time.
She's full of shit.
She's like that. I don't know. There was an episode of I think it was Fairly Odd Parents or something, and some girl turned out to be an avid comic book reader, but she pretended she wasn't or something. I don't know. I don't know the characters. I only know I saw this episode when I was in a gym. And I was like, oh, this is one of those situations where she pretends like she doesn't know anything about playing video games. She's actually really good at it. So
I wish that were the case, but no, it's not. But yeah, I don't know what else you wanted to talk about.
Oh no, I mean that's probably a good starting point.
Yeah.
For early gaming lore.
I don't know why I took the mic.
She just really wanted to be heard. It's fine. So that's our earliest gaming memories and earliest gaming memories together. So yeah, let us know what you all think, and share some of your earliest gaming memories with us in the comments below. And yeah, we'll see you for the next video we do like this. Bye.